I feel like the amount of work I've been doing in therapy with learning I have postpartum OCD and now doing exposure and response prevention therapy and just working on all of that, I feel so much more confident as a mom. And it's something I've been talking about a lot on my podcast lately, just because I feel like a lot of women will get misdiagnosed for postpartum depression when it's postpartum OCD. And a lot of people don't know that this is a thing. I didn't know this until just a few months ago. And learning that about myself has been insanely eye-opening. It is just something that I want to spread to the world. Like, if you feel like when you go to that checkup, it's not depression, but it's something, keep asking and advocate for yourself. Because had I not opened up to my therapist finally, I wouldn't have known this. I wouldn't be doing the exposure work to become a more confident mom. I couldn't drive by myself with her up until like a few months ago. It's really terrifying being a mom because I don't want to mess up. I don't want anything to happen to her when I'm by myself. But even though I'm crying right now, I do feel like in the last few months, I'm so proud of myself because I've done so much on my own. Brock, yes, he's available to come with me, but I'm like, no, I need to do this on my own. So it's been challenging, but it's also been so rewarding. And I just feel so proud of myself that I'm doing it because it's not easy.
Well, thank you so much, first of all, for opening up to us about this. I know it can't be easy, but I'm glad to hear that you are kind of on the other side of things and you are seeing the light at the end of the tunnel and things are great now. What advice would you give to moms who are experiencing similar struggles? Were there any sort of signs looking back now that you're able to identify that you'd be like, hey ladies, like, look out for this, and maybe you might need help if you're also experiencing this?
Yeah, the intrusive thoughts was what really got me. And I was just like, why am I seeing these things in my head? I don't want to harm anyone I love. I don't want these things to happen, but I just kept seeing them. And one day I just decided to tell my therapist this. And it's things I've sure had OCD my whole life, but I've never been properly diagnosed for it. It's just something I just always, oh, it's fine, just go away, like I just tell the thoughts to go away. And then when it started being about my baby, I was just like, okay, this, like, I don't, when I'm holding her, even if we're just like on our balcony, I know I'm not going to toss her off the balcony, but in my head, I'm like, oh my God, what if like she just jumped out of my arms right now and fell off the balcony? Or what if this? And those thoughts were just so disturbing. And once I talked to my therapist about it, she was like, it really sounds like you have postpartum OCD. And I was like, wait, what? I had no idea that was a thing. Started researching it, listened to several podcasts on it. I've now been working with my therapist who's really good in this. And it's just, there's so much help out there that you can do that can really, really help. Like my fears of driving by myself with her, I'm not going to get over that fear unless I start doing it more. So now several times a week, I either take her to my mom's house, I'll take her to a music class by myself. I took her over to Brittany's this weekend by myself. I'm just trying to do more things by myself. And that's made me feel so good that when I get there, I'm like, yes, I did that on my own. But it's all of those just intrusive thoughts and things that are telling me that I can't. Like, that's the thing with OCD, is it attaches to like your biggest fears and then you just see them happening all of the time. And it's terrifying, but I just have to tell myself that this isn't going to happen. It's not going to happen. You got this. And yeah, I definitely recommend, if any women out there are experiencing anything similar to this, just to reach out for help, because there's so many resources that I just feel so much better in the few months that I've been getting help myself.